I was really sad about this. Meagan Good and Devon Franklin filed for divorce yesterday.
It says he filed divorce.
Yeah, he filed for divorce. But to read that statement and you're just like, what? Yeah. Because I loved them together. I don't know what their private life was like.
I know what it was like.
But I also know that they gave us a book called The Wait.
They got like 7 books together.
I'm not shaming them for getting divorced because stuff happens. I just need to know what happened.
Yeah.
So I'm going to need that book. I've been thinking of titles. Mm-hmm. Uncoupling.
Yes.
How to Find Purpose in Heartbreak.
Bars.
Or Divorce, the Biblical Guide to Matrimonial Gifts. After much prayer and consideration, we have decided to go into our futures separately but forever connected. And I was like, oh, separate but forever connected. That's a book title.
Oh, that's a bar.
Right? I can share these titles with you, Devon and Meagan. I'll DM you. I'm holding on in there.
You got to use all those little things you said to me.
Oh, yeah, let me pull up my Texas.
Hey, yo, we are back. We are back, and I am excited about this episode. Ask me why, Twilla.
Why are you excited?
Man, life is grand. So many things has been falling into place.
Okay.
You know, like Tetris.
Like my mic just falling.
They fell into place.
You just fell.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He gets it. Or she. Or they. Depends on, you know, how the mic is feeling today. No slander. Because we don't know. We don't want to assume that the mic is a male or female. But a lot of things is falling into place. Life is love. Love is life.
I'm glad you're excited. It's a very high energy.
Yeah. A lot of things is going great, man. I can't talk about it right now. I can't even talk to you about it.
Oh, shoot.
I'm gonna let God handle it.
Amen.
Anna la bosha.
Anna la bosha.
No Bluetooth. This is another episode of the infamous 40th.
40.
Is 40th?
Yeah.
40th. Random ass conversations with Twilla ellipses / Dion Lack.
How do you think people are going to find that? Like, if they were Googling, like, do they spell out ellipses / whatever you just did?
You literally have to spell everything out. It's not the symbols. You got to spell ellipses / Dion Lack. That's how we're
doing way too much.
Not the symbols.
Oh my gosh. Well, dude, I'm so glad you're hype. I'm still hype.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are you still hype?
Because I'm coming off a great birthday weekend.
It was a phenomenal birthday. I heard you got a lot of pictures and stuff, right?
Yep, there's pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what's up.
There's lots of pictures. I'll be putting them. There was the pre-birthday photo shoot.
Okay.
That my photographer, I don't know if y'all know him. I don't know if you know him. Dion Lack for Lacktoast Entertainment, LTE Studios, took some great editorial shots of me and my best friend.
I think he did it cool. He was kind of hot on the left side, but whatever. Dang,
you sound like a hater.
It's doable. I mean,
how you hate on your own self?
If it was me, I would have added a little trim of red to kind of give y'all contrast with your skin color, and the colors of green went in there to kind of give like a little Christmas / vibrant color. But you know, he used the typical white.
You know what I'm really impressed by? Because I always thought you just hate on other people, but you just hated on yourself. That's impressive.
I didn't hate on yourself. I hated on Dion Lack.
Yeah, but great birthday, horticulture. I'm only going to get more extra. Like, this was just the beginning. Just know that.
Yes. Spider-Man came out.
Sure did. It sure did.
Did you enjoy it?
I did. I did.
I feel like I've seen it twice. I feel like the first time I saw it, opening night, Thursday night, at the hood spot of Baldwin Hills rave. It was everything I imagined.
Can we not say hood spot? Just a little bit more colorful.
It was darker hue adjacent. It was a vibe. A lot of lines got missed, man, because we was like, yo!
The excitement from it. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Thwip. That's what's called. If you look at the comic book, it's called Thwip.
THWIP.
Yep.
Thwip.
Mm-hmm.
I'm over here winning spelling bees. Now, I really enjoy when you can pull a bunch of stories together. I enjoy, I just love Marvel, and I know there's the Sony component to it, but it just brings you into, I love the idea of universes because it brings you into a world that you can get lost in. And I know that apparently this is how Star Wars fans feel about movies, but when it comes to like Marvel and just being able to stay in the world, and now you're introducing like other universes and stuff, I'm like, man.
So what I absolutely love, no spoiler alert.
We don't do that here.
No spoiler. I said no spoiler alert. It's like, it's going to happen. No spoiler alert. This is going to happen. You're going to figure this out.
Burn. No spoiler alert.
What I absolutely love about Kevin Feige is he allowed Sony to use Doctor Strange to kind of tie in their Sony universe and then catapult their future of Sony, and then Marvel can kind of catapult their lives. I know Sony and Marvel had like a little feud of who's going to own what, and if they never work together again, both of their universes are fine.
Yeah.
That's what I absolutely love.
I want Marvel to keep Spider-Man though. That's just me being selfish.
That's a lot of money though.
I know.
Spider-Man is actually more than Batman. It's worth more than Batman.
So Sony's like, I need that.
I need that. So when Tobey Maguire came out, it made so much money on the third one that Tobey Maguire was like, I need X amount of money. And they was like, or we can just replace you and then do it again.
And that's why Toby's no more.
He selfishly wanted more money. I can't say selfishly.
I was gonna say, is that selfish?
Yeah, he knew what he was doing.
You know your worth.
And Andrew Garfield came in, did his thing, but the story was trash. He was the better Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire was the better Peter Parker. And then Tom Holland combined them both together.
Yeah, Tom Holland's great in that role.
Fantastic.
And I love him and Zendaya together in real life. They're really cute.
It's cute.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah.
Zendaya
is also a great actress. I enjoy watching her as Mary Jane.
Right.
Or MJ, not Mary Jane.
Yeah,
What's
Michelle Jones.
Something like that, yeah. I definitely enjoyed watching her. You know what my favorite Spider-Man is, though?
Which one is that?
The little animated version.
Oh, Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was going to say Monroe. Miles Morales,
yeah.
It's that one was such a great
it was
experience.
Beautiful too.
Like visually on screen, because we saw it in 3D, but also like I feel like it was like Dolby sound. Like, so we had great sound, great visual. It was like 3D IMAX or something. Like, it was crazy bananas experience. And I mean, I've gone and watched it on TV and still had a great
all over again.
Yeah.
You know what I love about movies, like when it comes to The Matrix or Into the Spider-Verse, when the hero finally understands his purpose or gets his power into the third act.
Yeah.
And when it happened with Miles Morales, that upside down, he was falling, but he was falling up, but the camera was upside down, and I got chills because that beat drops. Back down to next. The kid all over again. Yeah, it's a vibe, man. I love when you can shoot into the camera and you see the web go right by, then the camera follows the web where it goes.
Like, only stuff animation can do. Like, you can't do that live.
You have to be an incredible cinematographer and director to be like, listen, this is very important.
And have lots of money.
Lots of money. Because it's going to be a lot of takes. I mean, or it would have to be like an automatic, like whatever you're shooting needs to be time, like calculated with the camera to turn at a certain time, and it needs to like zoom out and catch something.
Like you would have to create that technology, kind of how to what's his name did for Avatar.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say it's not. See, that was he created a technology, like the visual technology. But what I'm saying is, like, to calculate, it would have to be like a machine dance. So it would, like, if I throw something, it would have to be calculated at a certain speed that the camera is literally catching it, and then it's on a crane to shoot.
Yeah,
it,
that's
like
what I'm saying. I don't know if that technology exists to be like that.
Yes, the Matrix.
The Matrix is shot like
yes,
that?
because they had a bunch of cameras in a loop.
Yeah, a bunch of cameras. I was thinking one camera
Right.
hitting that.
Well, people are doing that now at the weddings and stuff. When they had the camera that goes in the circle. Mm-hmm. So if they had somebody just like timing, it's like you have to do this dance at a certain time.
But I'm thinking like you be like, and in 35 seconds it shoots this way to the left, and then pull forward, and then your camera does this. Like that's a computer program in itself. Mm-hmm. The way I'm thinking about it, not just the general mechanics, but like the timing of it and everything would have to hit straight on beat.
Right.
But speaking of the Matrix, I'm excited.
You excited about the new one coming out?
I am. I'm going to go see it on Christmas with my sibs.
Are you?
Y'all don't know that, but that's what's happening.
Are you a fan of the first three?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. I've seen all the first three.
All the first three.
Okay. I saw the first three.
She graduated from UNC.
Shout out to my baby cousin though, UNC though. He starts in January. Proud of you, kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to go see that. Now, I think what I'm going to do is probably. Do you think it's on HBO Max? I'm like,
it's going to be on HBO Max, 100%.
Like.
Yes.
On Christmas Day.
Yes.
Oh, so we don't have to go to the.
You don't have to, but it's a vibe.
It is a vibe. Well, I don't know if all my siblings are 100% on the theater, but I want to go to the theater. But I also want to I'm gonna go and watch, like all the other Matrix.
Wow, you are fumbling today.
Matrix.
Your teeth are like new furniture in your mouth, and you keep tripping over the furniture. Where did this ottoman come from?
I'm going to go watch the old three.
And
then be caught up, and then watch it in theaters, and I'm excited.
I think you should just watch the first one because the other ones, it was just irrelevant. They tried it. I'm
sure they still playing the story though.
Yeah, no, they probably do.
You over here like, don't watch. I want to I remember the first one the best.
Right, and that was one of those things of like, it's like somebody creating the Titanic, and it was like this movie did so well. We got to create a second and third. It's like we kind of finalized it, and I hate that Hollywood pretty much sold them on creating two more, that he just kind of forced.
Yeah.
Like, cause essentially it's hard to continue as Neo when he was so powerful, cause he pretty much was a cheat code to the Matrix. Mm-hmm. And they was like, we gotta do it again. But now it's not even fun to watch him because he's like Superman. He's too powerful.
It almost got really cerebral too, like too heady. Like some of the stuff I was like, what?
Yeah.
What are you saying? I'm confused.
They kept trying to fix it, and then. The only thing they could have what I enjoyed is the virus got outside the Matrix. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of exciting. But when the virus was outside the Matrix, Keanu Reeves was trash. Are they right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was nobody.
Yeah.
Outside the Matrix.
Right.
Yeah, I'm confused now. I do gotta watch it too.
Yeah. See. What else was I gonna say? My mind, I'm jumping all over the place.
I see.
Because
go ahead.
When I said the Matrix was cerebral, I automatically thought about Cloud Atlas and how I was so ready for this movie.
Tom
I was like,
Hanks,
it's gonna be
Halle
great.
Berry, it's gonna be crazy.
This movie's gonna be amazing.
So
and I was like, what?
Yeah. What movie was so hyped up, but you were so confused? That one.
That one and anything by Christopher Nolan.
Anything?
Not
Batman's?
anything, no. The what was his last one with Anthony Mackie?
Anthony Mackie? You mean Denzel Washington's son? The Tenant?
Dang it. Anthony Mackie was in the spinning thing. But yeah, Tenet.
The Tenet was very confusing.
I had no idea what was happening.
Like I watched it twice, and I was trying my best to like understand the concept of it. But it just became like it's visually amazing. I'm so confused.
I was sitting there like.
So
actually, I kept waking up, and I was just like, I can't. I can't do this.
A movie that was great, I would say. A movie that was great that was confusing for me. I couldn't get into something. Was it Road? Hold on, what is it? It came back out, and you and Lori said it was amazing. Something Rider, not Rider, Rotor, Gun Rotor, with Harrison Ford and Ryan Gosling.
I said it was amazing.
You said it's visually amazing, but it's not great. Come on, man.
I'm looking it up.
It came out in the 80s. Blade Runner.
Oh, I just said visually it was great. Yeah,
right.
I couldn't.
It was so confusing.
I couldn't stay up again.
Right. So I tried to watch the first one to get into the second one. I was like, man, what is this about? Antron.
I felt like
you better not say Inception. Inception was phenomenal.
No, Inception was good, but that was the one when I was like, wasn't. What movie I'm thinking Anthony Mackie was in? But when I did like that.
Oh, that's Inception, but he wasn't in that movie.
There was a movie. There was a movie that Anthony Mackie was in.
Now with Christopher Nolan.
Oh,
Christopher Nolan has been killing.
Yeah.
Oh, how'd you feel about the one with the library into the books? Was that confusing?
At the end? No, it wasn't confusing. It was just maddening. Mm-hmm. I was so upset. Like, I understood it.
All right.
And I was just like, but why is he stuck?
Right. You know what I hate about shows and movies that you invested so much time into it, and you be like, I got to see it through now. I hate that I made it this far. Any movies you stopped watching? TV shows you stopped watching?
Because it was confusing?
This is just getting, they're just being careless on their mistakes, and I hate this show. I hate this.
I usually stop watching when TV shows start stressing me out.
Yeah.
Like, I stopped watching The Walking Dead. Yeah. I was just like, nope, y'all ain't doing this to me. Yeah. I'm too invested and y'all don't care.
I hate when it's not logical. It's just like I hate when the main villain, something happens to him, like, don't kill him. We need him. We need him for bait. And all of a sudden, the main villain has a soft spot and saves the hero and is like, hey, keep him alive. If it wasn't for him, we'd all be dead.
And you'd be like, why?
Yeah, it's like, do you understand, like 2 seasons ago, he murdered our colony. Like, we have to kill him.
No.
So what? He burned, so what? He saved us from, 3 zombies. We have to murder his family.
Right. Yeah. No, and I understand that in certain movies there has to be conflict. Like, I feel like you felt that way very much so about The Harder They Fall. No. Yeah, The Harder They Fall.
I enjoyed it, but I feel like it was a lot of fat. I feel like it was fat.
Okay.
I enjoyed Harder They Fall.
Okay. I took it as you didn't like it. Okay. Well, that's good to know.
No, I enjoyed it.
Good. So I don't have to disown you. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really good news. Guess what this upcoming week is?
What's this upcoming weekend? Christmas. No.
Yeah, it is Christmas.
The way you said it, like I took your punchline. Like,
you did. I was
idiot.
like, it was Christmas.
Christmas.
Question for you.
What's up?
What is the best and worst Christmas gift you ever received?
Best Christmas gift I ever had, and I definitely cheated by looking at it early, was...
You looked before?
Yeah. My mom had tried to tuck away my Sega Genesis in the back of the tree. It was a huge box, and she... and I just kept opening it up like...
You really excited?
I seen Sega. I was like...
Oh, man.
I just kept seeing it. I was like, oh, my gosh, I know because all my friends in my neighborhood had a Sega Genesis.
Sega.
Yeah.
That's Sony.
Yeah, that's no.
That was Sega,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Sega.
Yeah.
Everyone had one, and I had to keep going to their house to play it. And I know I had X-Men coming, so me and my friends would always we would never get the same games because we would just trade them and play from other people, play our other games, and you know, like at the bottom of the wrap, you can lift it up and you just pull the paper down like, oh, yes. It's like, all right.
How many times did you
I
do
looked
that?
at it at least like 6 times. 6 times I called friends over like, yo, check it out.
See, your mom put gifts under the tree ahead of time.
Uh-huh.
My mom was like, I know my kids, so them mugs would just appear under the tree the night.
What you mean ahead of time? I did it like hours before. No, I'm joking. It's like she did it like midnight. I was like,
Boy,
6
you get to
times.
bed. You have friends coming over.
1 a.m. Look at that.
Yeah, no, my parents would be like, first of all, no wrapping paper. They'd just be like, Santa just dropped these
Drop
gifts
it
off.
off. That's funny. I ain't got time wrapping all these
We
papers.
ain't wrapping. We got 5 kids. You know how much? Hey, y'all got 1 billion toys each.
What was your best gift?
I think, now listen, I was obsessed with Barbies growing up. And so I loved the year that I got a Barbie dream car.
The one you can ride in, or the baby?
The doll could ride it. Yeah. That year I was like, because my parents weren't about like getting all the name brand stuff all the time. Not for the accessories, but I got the actual car.
That's a good time right there.
They could hang out.
That's a good time right there.
They could go riding. I was hyped. Like,
That's a good time. Yeah.
Hey girl, hop on in.
Yeah.
And you know, like when you have dolls, you have like all these dramatic storylines.
Man, yeah.
Like so and so cut my hair wrong and I can't be friends with her, and now she's trying to talk to my boyfriend. I don't know where these storylines come from, girl.
Yeah, that's a good time right there.
Yeah, but that was it for me.
Yeah.
What was your worst one?
Worst gift. Man, I can't really think. I mean, of course, when you're a child, it's always clothes.
Socks.
Undershirts.
Thanks for these
long
socks.
johns. But I'm trying to think of something that was. They thought it was great, but it wasn't. I did get a. I can't say the worst, but I do remember getting a stretch. Mr. Arm Stretch, Mr. Stretch Armstrong,
Really?
Look it up, Mr. I think it's called Mr. Stretch Armstrong.
Mr. Stretched Armstrong.
Yeah, look it up, and
This
Stretch Armstrong. Yeah, that's his name. No, Mister. I got a Mister. I got a Stretch Armstrong. And then I didn't like it because I was like, "What is this?" I didn't understand the concept of it was stretching.
Wait, is that like, you remember when we went to go to the theater, when we went to see Batman,
That's
Spider-Man?
what it's from.
That's the same.
That's what it's inspired from.
Hilarious.
So they took this great concept and then did it on
like the whole
Marvels and which they didn't make any sense because that wasn't their powers. It would work if it was like Miss Marvel or Mr. Fantastic.
That's funny.
So when I got this, I was like, "What is this?" And she was like, "My mom was like, my mom was like, my coworker said you'll like it." I was like, "I don't watch wrestling." I thought he was a wrestler. And then I was kind of like, I didn't say it like that. It was like, I was like, what is this? I wasn't ungrateful.
Yeah.
What is
He
this?
just sat there in the corner.
What is this? And she was like, it's don't you like Hulk Hogan? And she was like trying to like I was like yeah, Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior, Andre the Giant. I was like, I just thought like a cheap toy, like Stretch Armstrong. Who was that?
Who's that?
So I was clowning him with my friends and never touched him. And then my homeboy was like, "You know what this is?"
And then you were hyped.
And he pulled that mug around and like tied. I was like, "Yo!" And then like it was sitting for like middle of January until I realized what it was. So it was a no look past bad gift.
I think my parents always did well with the gifts. Also, I had a system where I would go through the Sears wish list, the wish book.
Wow.
You remember the wish book?
We did not get magazines.
Yeah, you can get it was the Sears catalog, and it was nothing but toys. It was thick. Mm-hmm. And I had a system. I would go through and circle all I wanted. Oh. And then my mom gave us a $1 limit. So I knew we knew how much.
I thought you were talking about just a limit of $1.
Oh, no. How much she would spend in total. Mm-hmm. So then we'd go through and then be like, what you really want. You put little asterisks by it. Then, and the concept was that Santa, they would send us to Santa, but they got to pay Santa. That was the story until they told us otherwise. But then, so then, like, my sister would look at anything that we both wanted. Mm-hmm. We'd be like, okay, you put this on your list and I'll put this on my list. Nice. And you would get it down. So my gifts were always great. And then mom always put a little something. Mom and dad put a little something extra on it. But I used to hate, like, when you get the stockings. I think people's stocking stuffers were always really cool stuff. Mm-hmm. Ours were like oranges and walnuts.
Specifically those two?
And like maybe an apple and maybe some candy cane. And for the longest, like, they would give that same thing in a brown paper bag at church. Mm-hmm. And for the longest, we were like, what's up with this? Turns out, I was talking to one of the ladies at church, the older ladies at church, and she was giving a whole story, like, when we were young, like, we at Christmas time, we'd get, like, these bags, and it would be, like, those oranges and all those things, and it was, like, a treat. Mm-hmm. Like, they never got to have oranges because it was only a certain time of year, or all these different mixed nuts with the nut cracking. You crack it open, it was just sentimental of a good time. So all this time I thought like these old people were tripping, but it was like,
I'm not having a good time.
This is reminiscent of their childhood that they were trying to pass on. So as an adult, I was like, oh, that was a bit of history. Y'all could have told us that, because I just thought y'all was cheap.
Everything is history. And we don't know why a lot of times we don't know why we do or say things. Since your birthday and your sister's birthday is near Christmas, was there a lot of combined birthday and Christmas gifts?
From mom and dad, no. From everybody else, yes. Like, it was, oh, this is for your birthday and for Christmas. Mm-hmm. And, like, my mom was really adamant, like, we don't treat your kid for their little birthday gift in June and their Christmas gift in December, so don't do the same with my child type thing. But a lot of people, I mean, you're spending a lot of money, I get it.
Right.
But as a kid, it was just like, what? And I just kind of, as an adult, like, we didn't have the option to have birthday parties like that either, because like, everybody was out of town, school was over, that sort of thing. So that's why I'm so daggone extra at my birthday now.
Yeah, like, I need this. Did y'all have, have you and your sister ever combined birthdays? Mm-mm. So you had two different birthdays. Mm-hmm. For Christmas, do you guys have a different birthday for Scholastica when you're on dinner? Like, hey, for the breakfast, me a breakfast.
So in the morning growing up, it was always, in the morning it was Christmas. That was everybody's time. And then growing up in the afternoon, we'd celebrate her birthday. Mm-hmm. So it was just, all right, clean the toys up, put the wrap paper up, and you have cake and stuff.
She's sitting there like, y'all, everyone's happy on my birthday, huh? Everybody, I can't have, everyone's happy on my day.
And then 2 days later is Dad's birthday, so then it's like,
what?
So we got to get Dad something now.
What is the month that your parents is loving? Like, what is that month? Is it around?
Well, no, it's not the
February?
same month. Because we're all fall, like, it's starts, like, Lanston's October, then we in November, 2 Decembers, and then January.
Right, so there's a season of
But that's like 5 months of...
Oh.
Yeah.
5 months?
October, November, December, January. Well, 4 months. Mom's birthday's in February, but 4 months of...
No, I'm talking about your kid.
Kids. So it's for a 4-month period of time, starting in like March, I guess. Or no, like January to March.
That's what's happening. So bringing the new year in, right? Bringing the new year in to Valentine's Day. That was a hot month right there, I'm assuming. And then
St. Patrick's Day.
Yep. And then Easter. That was the
cutoff.
That's holiday sex right there. That's a lot of holiday sex.
Oh my gosh, things you don't want to hear about.
Well, it's a pattern. Especially with you and your sister. Like that was like I gotta figure out that date.
4 years later. Oh gosh.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
What is the cutoff time of like if you were a parent that had your child's birthday on December 25th or a big holiday like that, what is the hold on, let me say it like this. If you were a parent and your child's birthday was on December 25th, mm-hmm. and you decided to combine birthday and Christmas for that particular child, what is the pull apart dates that you would actually give them separate birthdays? Does that make sense? So Scholastica got double gifts, right? Mm-hmm. Somebody's parents are like, no.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
I'm asking, like, is it one day apart? I'll give them two different gifts.
Oh, no, because mine's a week ahead. Like, people still don't care.
I'm asking, what is the period of...
I don't know what that period is. I think it's like...
2 weeks apart from Christmas?
I think it's like that week. Like, if you were within that week before and after Christmas, it's going to be hard for you.
Right. I was trying to think, like, as a friend... Mm-hmm. Like, damn, I gotta double up.
Yeah.
Like, hey, happy birthday. And it's like, I'll be back next week. Like, with more gifts.
Listen, this is my thought. Like, if you're going to be like, Twilla, here's your birthday and Christmas gift. Now, if it's an extravagant gift and it costs a lot, I won't feel this way. But a regular old gift and you just split, you be like, this is for both. I'm be like, watch me half your Christmas birthday. I'm be like, here's half the shirt. I'll give you the other half for Christmas. Watch me.
My birthday's the 4th of July, though.
I don't care. Watch it.
You give me one Jordan. Just wait.
Just wait. Your birthday. You'll get the other.
It's coming. It's coming. Yeah.
That might be petty of me, but that's how I feel about that.
Yeah.
It's hard out here. Listen.
What's up? What's going on?
Speaking is hard out here. Mm-hmm. I read some devastating news yesterday.
What is your devastating news, Twilla?
I was really sad about this.
She's really sad about this.
Meagan Good and Devon Franklin filed for divorce yesterday.
Say it again.
Meagan Good and Devon Franklin filed for divorce yesterday.
I think you're saying it differently.
Meagan Good's,
read it as it says.
Meagan Good's husband.
Thank you.
Devon Franklin.
Thank you.
Files for divorce after 9 years of marriage.
Yes. Do not say Meagan Good and Devon Franklin filed for divorce. It says he filed divorce.
Yeah, he filed for divorce, but I'm saying because they put out a joint statement later, that's why I summed it up as that.
Yeah,
but to read that statement and you're just like, what? Yeah. Because listen, Devon Franklin is an amazing minister. Mm-hmm. Meagan is a dope actress. Like, love them. I love them together. I don't know what their private life was like.
I know what it was like.
But I also know that they gave us a book called The Wait. Mm-hmm. Did they have another book?
They got like 7 books together.
So they got all these relationship books together. And I'm not shaming them for getting divorced because stuff happens. I just need to know what happened.
Yeah.
So I'm going to need that book.
I need the opposition books of all their books.
Like, what got us to this place?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't care what you call it. I've been thinking of titles. Mm-hmm. Uncoupling.
Yes.
How to find purpose in heartbreak.
Bars.
Or Divorce, the biblical guide to matrimonial gifts. Matrimonial splits. Yes. Uh-huh. In their statement, they said something to the point when they put out their joint statement that after much prayer and consideration, we have decided to go into our futures separately but forever connected. And I was like, oh, separate but forever connected. That's a book title.
Oh, that's a bar.
Right? Mm-hmm.
But I guarantee if somebody new coming there, like, hey, y'all not connected anymore. A new guy come in, new guy, girl, like, hey, what's all that about?
How you forever connected? No, break that.
Take that post down.
My sister came up with a title, and she's good at this stuff. She said, "Divorce: The Next Best Chapter in the Evolution of Love."
Yes.
So whatever it is,
I think
I can share these titles with you, Devon and Meagan. I'll DM you, but
pull up their books. Pull up their books.
Okay.
His books, I would say, because I think it should be opposition of their actual books, like the weight to the consent. It's like you can go ahead. You can go ahead now.
So theirs was called The Wait. A powerful practice for finding love.
And what's the opposition to that? Wait now is like proceed.
Moving forward.
Yeah, moving forward. Finding new love.
Finding new love for your life. Yeah, I don't.
That was 3 years ago. And then the other one.
His other books are like.
It was called Live Free.
That's his current book.
Like literally. He could say that. Live free.
I'm currently living free.
Currently living free.
His other book was Produced by Faith, The Truth About Men, and the Hollywood Commandments.
The truth about
man.
The truth about us.
Just,
we need that.
Yeah, like like a lot of people in the comments, because I read comments. A lot of people were like, "Oh, I knew it," or something seemed off about it. A lot of people also had shared the similar feelings, like, "Oh man, I'm genuinely sad for them that this is what they're going through." And then I just got mad when they put out the joint statement together with their picture and just was like, there's no wrongdoing. I was like, but
we need to know.
I need to know, because I had so much, like, not putting y'all on a pedestal, but just like, y'all let me know it could happen. Right. There was like the celibacy, there was the love story, there was the...
What do you think? No wrong answers. What do you think would happen?
Now listen.
With the tongue pop?
Because I'm nosy. Mm-hmm. They say there was no wrongdoing.
Okay, but? In
my head. Because if a man files for divorce, statistically... that's very rare. So there's usually wrongdoing on that part. So I was like, was there infidelity somewhere?
Oh, Meagan. Well, he wouldn't have posted that. He wouldn't have posted. It was mutually agreed, unless he's just protecting her as a woman.
Right. And I want to believe them, right? But then also it's like, have you seen her new show?
But hold on. Hold that thought. Please say that.
Okay.
Because she's an actress.
Uh-huh.
And if she's practicing infidelity on another man, he's seen the worst. He's seen her getting bent over in movies and all that stuff, because she has a lot of like provocative movies. I've seen her fully nude, but not nude. And to see her, like, to him watching I'm sure he'd be like, I can get over it, unless it's like.
It's one thing from acting though to like
secretly doing it,
like, or you to find out that you actually, like, I'm acting in this moment that this is my person and I'm having a relationship with them, but in real life, if you're saying I actually have feelings or relationships with this other person, then that's a whole nother issue.
Ain't no man. If I catch my wife cheating on me, I'm not going to be like, we both agreed that. I'm be like, no.
He's a man of God.
She effed up.
He's a man of God.
I'll just be like, hey, we're going our separate ways. I wouldn't have, because you can't even like, hey, I know you did wrong, so let's jointly post this together to make us both look good. If I'm filing divorce on you, and I wouldn't have respectively.
I feel like they should have warmed me up. Warmed me up, because listen.
They did warm me. Have you been following both of their pages?
Yes.
They haven't posted each other.
They haven't. Lies. Because they haven't taken pictures with each other in a while. But there was a game night with those two recent. That
was like a year ago.
More recent history. But then December 2nd, Devon posted her trailer for her show Harlem.
Who's it to say that?
And he said, my wife is tremendously talented. And then the last time they had both posted was like 5 days ago. They had posted each of their own things, nothing to do with each other. And then 4 days later, it's like they filed for divorce on the 20th, or Devon filed for divorce on the 20th. So I was like, ooh, he just found something out. He went quick. He went quick to the courthouse.
Well, because he doesn't post everything.
I know.
So what if it was just like him supporting Megan?
And also, if there's an amicable split.
Amicable could be, I need you to start doing this. I don't want to do that. I think we should move to Chicago. I don't want to move to Chicago.
Yeah.
I think we should have kids. I don't want to have kids.
Yeah, it's a lot of different things that could have led to it, or just like, hey, we don't communicate well with each other, and no matter how much therapy we tried, it's not working. This is not, we're not moving forward at all. It could be whatever, and you're like, I still have genuine love for this person, but like for what I need in my life and where I'm going and for where you're going in life, we're on two complete different pages, and we can't make it work.
You know what really sucks is, like, just like you said, it made you sad. Imagine the amount of pressure that they have to go through, because a lot of people look up to them as relationship goes. And then when people break up for reasons that no one need to know, it's like I'm letting a lot of people down. And then there's always the assumption, and people try to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
And then the actual truth comes out. And then
Me,
you have
I'm
to kind
people.
And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's a lot of pressure. It's like,
I'm just saying, you wrote books, so
get it.
just give me a book.
I believed it.
Like, just give me a book. I'll be fine.
It's coming out. Because he has to capitalize off of this. He's the producer. He's going to capitalize off of this. I think the story behind the story is a movie.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Mm-hmm. One of those genuine, like that movie, The Breakup.
Yeah. Great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That made me sad, too. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Man. What can you do, man?
I was texting Dion yesterday, distraught.
You just kept texting me screenshots. Not even like the link. It hit. You ain't got to click the link. I got you.
This is it.
This is it. Yeah.
I don't care what you're doing right now.
I got like 7 links, 7 screenshots in like a 45-minute time span.
Listen, I was
That's
hurt.
crazy.
I was hurt.
And the thing is, who told? Who at the courthouse was like,
I feel like
Jasmine Brand.
Like, I don't know.
Hollywood Unlocked.
Because I feel like that happens a lot of times. Like, TMZ always breaks that somebody filed for divorce. And I'm like, is it somebody? And I know it's public records. So I feel like somebody's job as a researcher is to comb through all the public records.
Yeah. So what's your... I know Megan Good and Devon Franklin didn't make the announcement. Who's the person who is snitching on the news? That's
what I'm saying. Like,
who is that?
I'm saying I think it's an actual job. Like, if you work for TMZ, comb through court records, all the public court records to see. Maybe you got somebody who could tip you off, like, ooh, girl, Devon Franklin came in here today. Here's that.
Here's that. You're
like,
welcome.
if you have connects like that, but like that's an actual job. Like, because people are TMZ, E! News, all these people are always breaking these people's news. Like how do y'all know so
who's not getting fired? You know what I'm saying? Somebody because.
But like that's public. I'm saying that's public records.
But if it's public records,
anybody can find out. It's not like.
But can I Google it?
Yeah, actually, not Google, but if you go through like the certain websites, like marriage and divorce sites, you can find stuff.
This is
not that I've ever been on the stalker side of life.
Disgusting, dude.
That's
because what if he was like, and sign? He was like,
you wish your name Devon Franklin? Upload now. Wife Meagan Good 9 years.
Get into your Uber like, yo, I just left.
Just a quick tip. I just uploaded that real quick. Celebrity. Let me just send this link to my girl Tina. There you go.
Cause imagine this is a horrible scenario of like you are a celebrity and you're at the gynecologist and they're like hey, you are pregnant, and you like, but I'm 75. I can't have kids. They're like, well, you're pregnant. And you like, wow, this is all God. You on the phone like, hey, Mom, guess what happened? And now you like, yeah, I already know. It was like the news broke on TMZ. It was like, yo.
Yeah.
Why can't I make my own announcement?
And I mean, I guess at a certain level of celebritydom.
She tried it.
I think at a certain level, you already know that's coming. Like, your lawyers have prepped you. Are you sure you want to file for divorce? Okay, well, you know it's public record. So just have a statement ready.
Do you sure you want to file for divorce because of what people are going to think?
Well, no, just like on top of that, like, you have to ask, are you sure before you file? Also, that's just good lawyering.
Yeah.
Lawyering.
But you had said, because you know that.
People, hey, are you ready for this? Because people are going to find out. Are you ready? You're not going to have a break. All right, well, let's go ahead.
Let's turn the notifications off.
Right. Just go pray and meditate in the morning.
You know whose divorce went real smooth and no one really talked about it?
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. It's kind of happened. It was like, what? And then something happened right after that. Nobody stopped talking about it.
I feel like...
It wasn't messy at all.
Yeah, you're right. How you get to that level?
Yeah. Shut up. It happened.
But I feel like their whole life was almost
A secret.
Not a secret. Like, you always knew that there was a new kid adopted and, you know, like that sort of stuff. So their life was just out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just hate that. But I do like that they didn't hit that 10-year mark, so they get to keep all their own stuff that they came in with. So. I'm sure people have prenups too, but.
Oh, that's why they chopped it off at 9, huh?
No, them being smart.
It is. He's like, Oh. What if she was like, girl, he just signed a multi-million-dollar deal, and in August, I'm about to, start my new business, and he's like, not today, you won't. Filing for divorce. You didn't even talk to your homegirl about that. This is it.
You ain't gonna be talking about my multi-millions. Mm-hmm. Megan don't need her. I don't know how much she got. Black actresses don't make the same.
Look up to see who's worth more. What do you think?
I think Megan.
Really?
Well, because she's
Megan good. Makes
she's been
money.
around and.
He's a producer though.
But she's been around in this for all her life, right? Man.
You just Googled. I thought you said Megan Google. I was like, you were an alcoholic. I think Devon Franklin makes my money.
It says she got. Good. I mean, apparently 10 million. Let's see about Devon. These. Yeah,
but they.
He does have books though.
And she don't.
She has.
Oh.
She has the weight. She's on that too. That says 12.
Boom. There it is.
Just gonna smack on the air in people's ear. In people's ear on the air. There you go. So, have you heard? So last night, I don't know if
Get it out.
Last night I was driving, minding my own business, going home, and then I look up in the sky, and there's this like scary, like looking thing up in the sky, and it was huge, and I was like, "What in the world is that?" It's too big. It's too big to be a helicopter. It was like, but it was like also really too close to be a plane. It's like, what is happening? And the sky was just dark, and you couldn't really see lights. You just saw like the outline of it, and nobody else on the highway was slowing down. I was like, what is happening?
Keep talking.
They are here. It is about to happen. And I called my brother, and I was like, hey, do you look up? Like, go outside, look up. Do you see that? He's like, I don't see nothing. He was like, you're tripping, Twills. And I was like, no, something's in the sky. Okay. And then,
you film it?
I didn't film it. I was on the highway. I was on the highway. Then I get to my house. My brother points it out. It's the Goodyear blimp. Oh. But I was like, I saw a UFO. Yep. It's happening. Mm-hmm. They are close. Why is nobody else freaking out? Yeah. This is Independence Day.
Yeah, I put my glasses on. And I seen Goodyear.
No, it was dark, and like I was like, why is it out here? I don't know if there was a game at Staples yesterday. I know it was one at SoFi, but I was just like, why is it so close? There was no lights. You couldn't even really read Goodyear blimp.
So it's useless.
yeah, like I was like, why is it floating? But my mind was on crazy because there's been like so many talks about like how the government is now really taking seriously like these UFO sightings, and they're doing like investigations, and like the CIA and stuff are getting involved in trying to figure out these unidentified floating objects. And there's no, like they can't come up with a conclusion. They can't tell you exactly precisely what it is. So now the United States is kind of taking it seriously as a possible threat.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Gulp.
And I was just like, what part of sci-fi is this? Like, do we understand like the past 2-3 years how crazy the world has become? Like, I feel like we live in a sci-fi novel.
We were hiding. What if there was so much chaos in this world that the government was constantly blocking the chaos, and now they're just slipping through the cracks now?
They're just like...
It's like, I'm sorry, we were trying to hide the ghosts. We were trying to hide the UFOs, the zombies. Y'all got too many cameras now. We can't help. It's like, why y'all hiding this? We were trying to save y'all lives.
Yeah.
Y'all
and
mental.
there's like... So the Pentagon won't rule out that aliens exist, right? And then there's also like been sightings that a lot of pilots have said they keep reporting the same thing, like we'll see a guy in a jetpack flying, and I'm like, so Iron Man's out here?
That's funny.
Is this Captain Marvel? What's happening? And they all say the same thing, and we know that jetpacks should not be able to go that high unless it's just like some bored Elon Musk scientist, like actually.
If you were the government and you 100% knew that zombies, UFOs, and ghosts exist, 100% knew, but a higher up says, we can contain this. Do not make the news. Do not tell nobody about this. We can contain this. Mm-hmm. We have 0.000% of zombies still around. We've made a partnership with the UFOs that they come like once a year, and the ghost, we've put some in the waters that we can. They don't see as a projection of them. So do not make the news of this. Knowing that you know this, and then someone asks you, "Hey, you are head of Astropronomiscus. Is ghosts real?
Are ghosts real?
Are you gonna lie, or are you gonna be like, no, man, I'm tired of lying, y'all? Or are you gonna be that person like, it needs to happen?
I feel like I'd be that person that, you know me, like I do a slight pause. I'm like a
look at the camera.
I defer to Dr. Krzyzowski about the aliens.
Mm-hmm. So you gonna lie? You gonna lie on camera?
I'm gonna just defer. I'm gonna try not to answer that question, but somebody's gonna analyze. Somebody's gonna analyze that video and be like,
"Look at the way she's sweating right now. The way she's fidgeting in this seat."
I would have gotten a job.
Yeah, that's like one of the things of like.
And I would have also told, like, I've been like, "Mom, Dad, guess what? Ghosts are real."
Catch them on the bad day they drunk. What?
Aliens are here.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't. I couldn't. If I 100% knew, telling the world is not going to pan out.
Right.
Great.
Yeah.
Because it's just going to create chaos. People are going to assume that we got to create a law to saying we can defend ourselves from aliens, and now people are saying, "Hey, all black people are aliens." Now we're getting holes in their skulls.
But I also feel like they've told us, like they've just told us, but it's just been too crazy for us to even care. You know what I mean? Like right now we're dealing with Omicron. They found the dinosaur embryo and they're playing around with that. Like it's just stuff always happens, and there's not like I feel like it was just like, okay, next. Cool. UFOs exist? All right, what else is new?
Let me ask you this though. This is a real question. Jesus is coming. Jesus is coming soon, morning or night or noon. If it was up to you, would you want Jesus to come in your generation, or would you want him to come later on?
Like, I
This is
remember.
a real question.
This is a good question. Because I remember, like, when I was in third grade, my third grade teacher, who was horrible and did not like, was like, all y'all going to hell, and Jesus is coming, the rapture is happening in y'all's lifetime. And I was the scariest thought, because first of all, I didn't know what the rapture was in third grade. And I had to go home and ask Mom. I was like, oh, that's a terrifying thought. And then, what? Lord, don't come during my time. I don't want that to happen.
Right.
I need to, like, be right. But like the way things are going, I'm just like, what next? Like, what next? If Jesus comes, so be it. Like, we deserve it. The rapture should happen.
You know what's terrifying is what's terrifying is if the rapture happens, there will be no pain into your death. You're just in your transition. But you don't want your transition, your death to happen, and you're going through pain, and now you're in this like waiting room until until everyone else comes.
But I think it's also, this is what I always imagine with the rapture. So it's like what happens if you one of the ones left behind? That sucks.
That's terrifying.
2, so there was no pain in you being raptured. But if you were driving a car, how many people were taken out?
Man. Yeah.
I was like, this whole thing is just kind of chaotic.
Right.
But then again, like,
What Bible book the whole Left Behind thing was that? Because I thought it was just a great story. Because there's a lot of things in the Bible that are just stories that was like, how did I come up with this concept? Because the word devil is not in the Bible at all. It's only like Satan and Lucifer. Dinosaurs not in the Bible, but we just kind of created a story.
Right.
The description of heaven is not in the Bible.
I mean, you get some of it in Isaiah when he talks about the angels, but then you also get a glimpse of it when Peter is talking about, I think it's Peter, one of the...
Man, somebody white created heaven. I read the Bible twice, and I don't know if it's a combination of people's stories and people studying of what heaven looks like, and clouds and golden gates, and there was also a story that said the goodness that you do on earth, it will be translated to how your life would be in heaven. Meaning, like, if you do incredible works and you live out your purpose to the fullest, like, all your treasures on earth will be transferred to heaven. Not treasures, but like your goodwill will kind of increase your status in heaven. And I'm just like, if that's the case, if like all the great pastors, leaders, and prophets, they have a different like class than people that's like, I just made it. Like, I gave my life to the Lord this morning and I died.
What part of like capitalistic
That's what I'm saying.
colonialism?
It's like, right? You heard that before?
Yeah.
So essentially, like, these top pastors are getting like mansions, and then somebody's like, yeah, I got me a shack on the end of heaven.
I'm sleeping on the gold streets.
It's like I'm homeless in heaven.
Yeah. Like, I think, but you have to think about like the fact that it's such a concept that's beyond what our human minds can possibly understand,
Right.
that we apply like these earthly things and knowledge to it. And then you want to reward yourself. Like, your fleshly you want to be like, man, I did all that, so God's going to reward me greatly in heaven. Like, I'm going to be sitting right beside, like the disciples did it. They were like, I'm going to be sitting, Lord, let me sit at the right hand of you.
Right. Is it a limit? Or is it forever? Hey,
10 minutes.
You gotta be a 10-minute wait next to the Lord, the right side.
It's not like it's not like an amusement ride or a site or anything.
Is there a line?
Right.
Is there a line next to Jesus? I'm at the right hand.
Right.
Hey, hold on. Hey, you stay right there, God. Let me get a little picture right here. Hey, with your boy. I'm on the right side of Jesus, yo.
Yeah, we just putting our earthly mind over on these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heaven.
Heaven help us.
Is there a term when it says like, is there anywhere in the Bible that says you're gonna be outside of heaven's gates and you had to be out front to be judged? That's all like people's speculations of like you outside like, hey yo, Jesus, it's me, Clarence. People automatically assume like Jesus is a bouncer of a club,
right?
I'm like, oh, hold on, yo, Peter.
But it's always like Saint Peter or somebody at the gates. It's not Jesus himself. It's
right. But people have this concept of heaven is a nightclub, and we all in the line waiting to go up. And when you die, do you die in your own clothes, or you just?
What earthly things are you taking?
I know. I'm just saying. Like, we're naked, right? So we're naked.
We're not even like full beings,
right? So we're just spirits.
Just spirits.
So do we know who we are? So like, when people say, "I'll see you on the other side," and it's like you will, but you won't know who I am.
I mean, your spirit is a spirit.
Because if you die, check this out. If you die married to somebody in your 20s and you remarry, isn't that awkward in heaven? Like, hey, both my husbands are here. Right?
We're not bound by these earthly things, is what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is, when people be saying, I'll see you on the other side.
Right. You might see them, but it's going to be a different.
Hey, this is,
You made it.
Yeah, this is your replacement. When you died 20 years ago, I ended up marrying Mick.
I know, I sent him your way.
While you was away, I found me Eleanor over here up in heaven.
Eleanor, okay.
Yeah, this is kind of awkward. That's a good story right there. It's a great story.
But to your question, there are mentions. I feel like there's mentions of like rapture. There's mentions of like certain things, like certain concepts, and I think we kind of like run away with it. Like nobody says like this is going to happen to the people who are left behind here on earth. It's just we know that there's going to be a second coming of Jesus. We know that there's going to be like plagues and pestilence and disease, like all those things, the stuff that we kind of see, and like all those things, death and all those things are going to be happening more so on earth, and that's what we're taught. But I think we also let our imagination kind of
take over.
Yeah.
Yep. What if Jesus came back? I was like, oh shoot, I forgot my keys. I went to hell, got the keys. I'll be back.
Wait, what?
He's like, Jesus is here. He's like, yeah, I didn't forgot my keys and my other toga. I'll be back.
Toga. Jesus still rocking the toga. In this year?
Yeah. Wait, guess who's back? He said, yeah.
Oh, man.
I will be. So, I know you guys are talking about the second coming. It's going to be a third because...
Actually, let's just act like this didn't happen.
Everybody's like... He leaves, he's like, Jesus was here! Forgot his keys! It's time to get our life right.
Right. Like, we kind of want that pre-warning, right?
I love that. If he was
like, I'm on my way. ETA is...
That's funny.
2 years.
That's terrifying because if you give 2 years, people are like, should we get married? Should we have a kid?
On and about 2 years. So it could be
give or take
depending on traffic.
I'll be back in 2 years, give or take 50 years.
But you know what? Like, so I was reading in my devotional today about like how Isaiah was like, the book of Isaiah is where we get the most clear idea in prophecy of Jesus coming. That was about 700, 800 years before his birth. People were holding on to that faith for all them years. And I know it's been like 2,000 years since Jesus told us like he's coming back. And I'm like, any day now. Like they were holding on to that faith like during the Pentecost and all that full time. But it's also like, so they were further away from it, but we're even closer to it.
Oh,
because the earth is about to, the earth is not going to be here for that much longer.
Right. So they're closer, or we are closer?
We're closer.
Oh, boy.
I mean, like, the earth is disintegrating. It hates us right now.
Yeah.
We won't have a place to live if the earth just...
Right. Also, two things that's funny is the trumpet sound. That's terrifying. Imagine, like... What?
That
Who? What?
what horn? What taco truck?
That's funny. And then also it said you'll be swept up like before you.
Yeah.
That's.
Just get your life right, man. You got us preaching on random conversations today.
We out here.
I can't even say the A part.
It's great because this is our Christmas episode.
Yeah, man.
You know.
I like that. Good way to end it.
Is this the last one or for the year?
I say it's the last one, but if you want to zoom
All
next
right.
week,
All right.
because I'll be in North Cackalack eating my bohangles. Hey.
Making bad decision with your diet.
Next week, guys, we will not be live in person.
In
Mike's
living
on.
color.
Another amazing episode of Random Ass Conversations with Twilla and ellipses / Dion Lack. Thank you guys so much for supporting our 40th episode. It's a good way to end it, you know.
Yeah, phenomenal. Thank you. We made it through. Proud of us consistently putting out work. We said this was something we were going to do. And the goal is to add more. So
Can't wait till we get to 100.
boom, 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 boom.
If we make it to 100, I
When?
would do cake. I would do cake and cocaine.
So we're going to stop at 99. 99 will be it.
All right.
And that is in the year 2023.
All right.
So
I won't do cake and cocaine. Can we do 100 episodes?
if you stay off the stuff, yes.
Heroin then.
The stuff.
PCP. Happy birthday, Jesus. Merry Christmas. Feliz Navidad.
Happy holidays. Tell you
Hanukkah.
all of you. I think Hanukkah's
Kwanzaa.
over.
And Shorter Shimmy. Love you guys. If you made it this far, I will give me your Cash App and I will pay your
Anyway, bye y'all.